My parents paid for college and I drop out. It was definitely one of the scariest decisions of my entire life, but it set me on a path to be able to achieve financial and time freedom. So in this video, I'm going to share why I left, how it led me to be able to make $20,000 per month working from home, and the three biggest lessons I learned that could change your future too. Number one, why I left. I was in a situation where I had a huge pressure on my shoulders because I had to achieve something that wasn't internally my goal. It was their goals, their dreams. Don't get me wrong, I love them and I know they did it from a place of we want you to thrive. We want to put you in the best position so that you can have that life. Go to college. So I totally get that. But it wasn't my vision. What was my vision? I didn't know at that time. I remember my mom saying, just pick one and we'll go from there. They were paying for college, paying for my expenses. I was like extremely dependent on them. That was like a big thing for me, being able to choose my own path. But most importantly, I don't know what I want yet, but I know it's not this. A couple of months went by, like I went to college for a full year. And I just realized I might not know what I want, but I know what I don't want. Imagine you are in point A, you want to go to point B. You don't know what point B is. Point B can be here or can be here. What you know is that you are here, you are in point A, and you don't like point A. You know that if you move away from point A, regardless of whether you move towards north or south, doesn't matter. As long as you move away from point A, you're making progress. So I'm just going to make decisions to move away from what I don't want. And naive Paulo, young Paulo, just making his first decisions, I had to have that tough conversation with them in the best way possible. And they ended up accepting my decision. And my only alternative at that point was work at a 9 to 5, work at a job. So took a job, started working there, and now I had my own choices. I was in the driver's seat, which was beautiful, but I was in a regular job, in a regular 9 to 5, no degree. I was just working in the kitchen. It was only for survival, only to be able to pay the bills. I hated it. I started going into this path of finding my why. That led me to the second lesson. No one is coming to save you. It's going to have to be me. Like no one is going to come to save me. And I don't want anybody to save me. If I were to achieve something, it was going to be with my two hands. It was going to be on my own. I tried to become an entrepreneur on my own. And very, very early I learned the third lesson. And the third lesson is everything is your fault. Because I had at the beginning this tendency of externalizing responsibility. And I was just trying things. And at the beginning I was like, oh, it's this thing that doesn't work. Oh, it's these people. It's everything but me. And I realized, no, everything is my fault. And the reason why everything has to be my fault is because if it's my fault, I have control over that. If it's my fault, I can do something about it. And now I can make a different decision. I can make a decision from a place of ownership, from a place of it's me. I generate the outcome. And that was the third lesson. Now, what happened from there? My journey led me to a place where I came across high-ticket remote closing. I heard of that in the past here and there, but I was just focusing on building a traditional online business. Then I started to pay attention to it. And then I just started to sort of like, these guys, they're working from home. They don't have a 9 to 5. They work remotely with their laptops. They're making good money. I'm following them on Instagram. I'm seeing what they're doing with their lifestyles. I got instantly hooked. How much money do these people make? Let me just analyze what they do, how they get paid. It was just clear to me. I remember saying, these guys are smarter than me because I'm right over here trying to build my own business. And these guys that are just only focusing on mastering this one skill, and this one skill is just paying for this entire lifestyle. It's allowing them to make money and just living a good life. And actually I did the math, and I believe the metric was 80 to 120K per month, meaning below 80K per month, a high ticket closer is actually making more profit and it's living a better life than an entrepreneur that is making 80K per month. Because the entrepreneur has a lot of expenses and a lot of burden of responsibility compared to what 40K per month gives you as a remote closer. Now, my situation was different because English is not my first language. I didn't know anybody in the industry. I was like literally starting from scratch or even below scratch because I wasn't even a native speaker. So I decided I'm going to invest in a mentor. Like I'm not going to figure this out on my own. Like after 3 months of intensive training, then I started getting into the market. And the cool thing about remote closing is that you only need one client. It's like a one client business model. I believe I had to jump through 3 to 4 offers. And then my fourth offer was the client that really took off. First month with that client, I made 5K in commissions. Second month, I made 7,000. Third month, I made 7,000 again. The fourth month, I made 8K. And then in my fifth month, I made 11K, 5 figures in a single month with nothing more than laptop, internet connection, and high ticket closing skills. That's it. Here I was coming from absolutely nothing, no degrees, no prior experience, not native English speaking, making 5 figures per month by committing to this one skill, high ticket closing. I want to share also the lessons that I learned to share that it's possible, to share that if I can inspire one person out there that is in a similar situation where he or she's doubting, is it possible? Hey, I'm living proof of this. Like, it's possible. You can create that kind of life, because that's what I did. These 3 lessons, everything is my fault. Nobody's coming to save you. And like those things is me deciding that's how I'm going to reframe reality. And from that place, you can achieve everything you want. If you want to dive deeper into high ticket closing, you want to know how it works, what it entails. If you like communication, influence, and helping people and learning a high income skill, you can check out this video and we can dive deeper into it, because in this video, I break it all down. So if that's you, I'll see you in the next video.